Welcome. You're listening to the I'm Wired to Inspire podcast, creatively engineered by Nicole, the inspiration specialist. I'm Wired to Inspire is a powerfully packed podcast filled with inspiration and encouragement to get you through your day. It's designed to inspire you to live your authentic purpose. Now, stay tuned for your host, Nicole, the inspiration specialist, on today's episode of I'm Wired to Inspire.
Hey everyone, and thank you so much for joining me today on my podcast. It is quite interesting, y'all, how things have been happening and things have been, I know for me personally, have been being revealed to me, so to speak. Interesting things happening, very interesting times. That's probably the best word that I could think of. And not to sound generic, but it is genuinely the word I think for this season for a lot of us. It's just interesting. And I don't mean interesting necessarily in a negative way either. Just interesting because when you walk into a season where you literally acquiesce and you let go of everything that is contrary to what God has for you and is very different from what was in the last season, things will get interesting, I promise you. So with that being said, one of my boys on social media, brother in Christ, his name is Elric. He made a post. In fact, let me think about it. What is his name? It is Elric. Hold on, y'all. I'm going to look it up. My bad. I should have probably had this pulled out before I started recording, so forgive me. But it is because I want you to follow him. Hold on. Elric Jones Jr. Yes, he is awesome. This is the post he said. He said, God can't heal what you act like doesn't hurt. I'm going to say that again. God can't heal what you act like doesn't hurt. Very quickly today. Y'all know how we rocking and rolling this season. We not doing a whole lot of talking. We getting to the point and we going to get some healing. Because sometimes we don't need to filibuster. We don't need to talk buku long to get the point across. I think it's very simple. If you are not being honest about what hurts you, you cannot expect it to stop harming you. If you are not honest about what's really going on with yourself, you will not be able to get to the very thing that you want. When you pray for that real, you pray for that authentic thing, you pray for things to be organic, you pray for things to be oh so blah, 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 blah. Listen, that will always elude you when you evade the truth of how you feel and who you are. I'm going to come right to the chase with this thing. You have to make a decision at some point that the things that you are not expressing, the things that you are not saying, at some point you have to make a decision that it is not worth your mental and spiritual health, even your emotional health, to keep masquerading and hiding what is going on with you. Because let me tell you something about you. Nobody will ever be you. Straight up. Can't get out of it. No givesies, backsies. You are who you are. But if you keep fronting because you saving face, or my little sis called me last night. I hadn't talked to this girl in for an extended period of time, probably in 2 or 3 years. I had been praying for a while and God was just kind of showing me some things, but nothing to make me like call and tell her anything, but just to pray for her and keep her in my thoughts and prayers. And I finally, just because of who I am, I'm like, girl, what you doing? You all right? It's been a long time. And she finally starts to say, hey, I did this and I was going through that, but I was afraid to say anything. I was like, hold up. Let me tell you something. What you're not going to do is fall into the enemy's plans and run from the people who God sent to help you. I told you you're my sister. I told you I love you. That's a finished thing. We're not going back and forth with that. I told you who I am to you. I'm not flaky like that. So you need to decide now that if anything else happened, you need to stick around. Because y'all, I can tell you for myself, I have done that so many times to people who really had my back. People who have genuinely had my back. I kept getting kept walking away, running away because I thought they were going to judge me. Y'all, it is so hard to be in a position where people listen to what you say and the spotlight is on you. If you make one wrong move, you not a Christian, you fake, you a liar, you it is. One wrong move, like you Jesus Christ, like you can't make a mistake. Even whether you did it or not, it doesn't even matter. All of a sudden you're burned at the stake. Everything you ever did was trash. It's a lie. It's fake. Y'all listen, people don't understand the pressure that you have when you are put in front of people. Many of you listening, that might not be your narrative, but you certainly may have a narrative that has to do with you not really being honest about how you feel. How do you feel? I had to tell my little sister, I'm like, listen, baby, you can't have a lifestyle of cutting people off and running away because you don't like it. It's not the same when you cut people off and you walk away because God tells you to. You got to learn the difference. And that's what tomorrow's about. Make sure you tune in for tomorrow, because I'm going to tell you the difference between walking and running. And it's going to be very interesting, short and sweet, but it'll be very interesting. It's going to confirm what we're talking about today. I want you to understand something, y'all. Just like Elric said, at some point, y'all, at some point, you have to understand, and it's very, very simple. You have to understand, you are in control of what it is that God put in you because he put it in you. Okay? Like it said, God can't heal what you act like doesn't hurt. Stop faking the funk, but asking God for something authentic. Stop faking the funk, but when somebody try to check on you to see if you are right, you say nothing wrong. How are you going to heal the pain? How are you going to heal the pain and get what you're supposed to get if you keep doing that? Let me tell you, somebody needs to hear this. You know why you're not getting the thing you keep praying and asking God for years? Because he can't give it to you wounded. You're too weak to receive it. I don't know who this is. You crying, you praying, Lord, I did this, I did that. You did all of the external things, but you didn't do any of the inner work, baby. God is not going to entrust you with that thing until he knows that you have enough faith and strength to believe in him to fix the things in you that need to be solid. So when he does give that thing to you, you're not going to forfeit it. God is not giving it to you because he loves you, and you have gotten mad at God for that. Don't play yourself. The enemy is kikiing and laughing and cutting up and carrying on behind you like, ha, she'll never get it. Ha, he'll never get it. Come on, man. God has given you many things before, but this one right here, this big doozy right here, is like he don't want to give it to you, and you just so mad. You done talk to your mama, your daddy, your mentor. You done talk to Jesus. You done talk to the angels. You done talk to everybody. You done fought the wind, punched the wall. Super mad. Lord, I did this. Why this one got it? Why that one got it? You know why somebody who looks like they were in a worse situation than you might come up before you? Because they doing the work that people can't see. A lot of people are going behind closed doors, and it's not public and common knowledge, but they're doing the work. They're praying, they're crying, they're prostrate before the Lord. They've learned the difference between begging the Lord and going boldly before the Lord. None of us are exempt from things that can happen on this earth because we are all human. But the thing that we can do to write our ticket out of the foolishness is to dedicate the time that we need to be honest about who we are and how we feel. If you are hurt, remember something. I don't care how sweet you are. I don't care how Jesus-y you are. I don't care if you're a pastor, if you got a title. You can be a prophet, a minister. You can be nowhere in ministry. You can be a president. You can be a teacher, a doctor, a lawyer, a friend, a sister, a brother. Do you see my point? It does not matter who you are. If you are hurt people hurt people. If you don't fix that, you will continue to hurt people. You want to know why I know? I tell y'all stuff because of what I've been through myself and what I am currently going through. I can tell you this with confidence because of my own journey. Things will not change until you do. I'm wired to inspire. I hope you are too.
Thanks for listening to I'm Wired to Inspire podcast at I'mWiredToInspire.com. If you enjoyed the show, spread the word and be sure to hit the 5-star rating on iTunes. For more information on this podcast and inspirational products and services, log on to I'mWiredToInspire.com. And remember to live your authentic purpose. Thanks again, and see you next time.